morning, good evening, and welcome, and good afternoon or good morning if you're joining us from the United States or other parts of the world. We're delighted you are with us. Thank you so much for being with us on today's Fast Start training, a typical regular training event that we do. Usually there are small sessions if you haven't joined us before with the different golden nuggets for the growth of your business, different how-tos, different skills, different mindset ideas or things that we can do to grow in our business. And today I want to share something with you, which, I've heard this thing and I ran across it looking at my notes. It is not mine, and I cannot remember who. I looked at my notes and I'm trying to I didn't write it down who actually said this in a training. I took this from a training. I adapted it a little bit, changed it a little bit, of course, but this is not my original creation by any chance, of course. But I went to a training years and years ago, and I think it was 6 or 7 years ago, and I was looking through the notes from the training and I ran across this like I haven't seen this in a long time. This is pretty cool. So I want to share this with you. And again, I'm not taking credit for it. I just, somebody talked about this in a different way a little bit. And I've adapted it and changed it a little bit. But I thought it was something very, very cool that we have that I've learned there and this person has shared. And I thought I should share it with you. Okay, so hopefully you're seeing my screen. You should see it. If not, that's a big problem. I know it's all blank right now, but give it a second. Right. Okay, so guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about the idea of how you are an entrepreneur like a child. And it's going to be brief, and it's just some ideas that I've heard. And I was just like, when I read through this, like, man, this is so good. I mean, we should really, when was the last time you looked at a child up to 7 or 8 years old and learned from them of how you can be inspired in doing business? It's look, when I attended this training years and years back, I know it was a training that was organized by Mark Acera. I know that he was not the one who said these things. Someone else did, but the guy who did the training said, look, the best entrepreneurs are childlike. It's they think a lot and they take a lot of things from children, and that really stuck with me. And now, now that I have three, obviously I have 3 kids and they're all small, I'm looking at them and how they're behaving and how they get some things, and I'm like, you know what, we should really learn this. So let me give you a couple of things here. Why are the best entrepreneurs like children? Number one, they dream big without knowing limitations. Guys, if there's something we need to learn from children, look, they're talking about things they want to do. They have no idea about the magnitude, about what it means to open a company, about the taxes, about the employees. They have no idea about supply and demand. They have no idea about basic economy. They know about taxes. They have no idea about VAT. They have no idea about accountants. They have no idea that you have to have marketing and apps and stock and invest. They all they say is, I want to do that. I want to. You should hear my kids. When you hear my kids talking about what they want to do, and obviously, as a parent, I'm trying not to discourage them. I know what it involves. They don't, but what they're talking about doing big things. I mean, my oldest son is talking about creating games, about creating companies, about creating videos, about creating movies, about having his own companies. I mean, what he's talking about is like, wow. See, we need to go back to being children, honestly, and dream big. Because many times when we dream and when we plan things, you know what we do? Hey, yeah, we only think of limitations and reasons why we cannot do it. I mean, I look, if all of us on this call would start doing things like children think and say, I mean, they're talking about doing things which sometimes are near the verge of impossible, and they're like, I'm gonna do it when I grow up. And the adults come along and they tell them they can't do it because it's impossible, and they start to believe it's impossible. If we would go back to this mentality, dream, if you're going to dream anyways, dream big, not small. Think big without limitation. This is how children are. Look, this is what it means to be an entrepreneur like a child. Dream big without no limitations. Number two, children, they come to you with different approaches until you say yes. Like, for those of you who don't have children, trust me. I mean, they will not quit. Like, the children, if you say no to them, they're not going to be like, oh my God, let me go in and cry. Oh, asking doesn't work. Oh my, what am I going to do with my life? Me and you are doing that sometimes in network marketing. You go to someone, they say no to you, and you go all depressed and you cry for 2 days, and you're like, oh my gosh, they don't like me. They say no to me. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Children are like, whatever, I'm going to come again. I'm going to come again. I'm going to keep asking. I'm going to ask you in a different way. I'm going to ask you in a different way. I'm going to ask you in a different way. I keep telling my younger boy, Lucas, man, you should become a lawyer. He has so many ways of explaining something to me. I said no. He comes back. He finds arguments. He's trying to explain that he should buy it, that it's not expensive, that it's working. Guys, seriously, look at kids. They come to you with different approaches until you say yes. They're not gonna quit. You do free presentations. Somebody says no to you. You get like, oh, this doesn't work. Tell that to a child. Eh, man, you should see my kids. Tell you guys, they're persistent. They'll come to you with different approaches until you get a yes. They get a yes from you. Why can't you do that in business? Why can't we do this in business? That's why I'm saying the best entrepreneurs are childlike, because they will come with you like, look, there's so many ways you can approach people with this business. And you know what? Hey, listen, listen, listen. Give it 6 to 9 months. And by next May, June, you will have other ways to approach people with this business, other apps, other technologies, a Visa card, new programs, Ontai, FanTX, Zexion. Just give it some time. You will be able to approach people in different ways until they say yes. Adopt this mentality. Don't quit. Do what kids do. Number three, children persuade emotionally instead of logically. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. See, we try to sell logically when people make the decisions emotionally. Children know this. They're gonna persuade you emotionally. They're gonna come, like my daughter comes to me, Daddy, I love you, Daddy, Daddy. They're going emotionally. The way they're doing the body language, the way they talk to you, the way they use their tone, their tone of voice. It's emotional persuasion. Sometimes it's emotional manipulation. If you're asking me, I'm not asking I don't. I'm not telling you to manipulate people. Just we're trying to sell logically, and kids are persuading us emotionally. We should learn from children and persuade people and sell emotionally. For example, how would you feel when with the income you make here, you can make 2 or 3 vacations per year? How would your kids feel when you can take them in 2 or 3 vacations per year and you can buy them the things they want because of this community and business? It's emotional questions. How would your wife feel? How would your husband feel when they know that you can buy the car they want, or go in the dream vacation, or buy her the dress that she wants, or the suit that she wants, or the purse that she wants, or buy the kids the gift? How would they feel? That's emotional, not logical. Kids, children persuade emotionally, guys. You got to start selling more emotionally. You're too logical. you know let me tell you about the mining farms in Abu Dhabi. Let me tell you what they do and all that, and AI and all. It's all facts. It's all logic. Bring it emotional. Bring it emotional. Kids know how to persuade emotionally instead of logically. That's what great entrepreneurs do. That's what you should do if you want to have success. It's very, very important. Think about how you can ask questions that lead to emotions. How can you tell stories that lead to emotions? Facts tell, stories sell. Facts are logical, stories are emotional. Tell stories. I know 4 people who bought a car this year because of this company. 4. See, I can share those stories because I can share stories and I have those stories. Okay. So entrepreneurs are like children. Okay. Number 1, they dream without knowing limitations. Number 2, they come with different approaches until you say yes. Number 3, they persuade emotionally instead of logically. Right. This is number 3. Number 4, they have a quick reset mentality. Guys, I mean, look, um, here's the thing. Kids, look at the small kids who right now they cry. In the next moment, they have a smile on their face. I mean, we're not able to do that like adults. So right now you're crying, you're shedding tears, and in 1 minute later, you're like, look at kids. I mean, I look at my daughter. Now she's crying. 1 minute later, she's gonna come with her smile on her face. Like, what happened? Switch, complete reset. Boom. Guys, this is the secret to success. That's why great entrepreneurs have the mentality of a child. You know why? They're not childish, but because they have a quick reset. Entrepreneurs don't dwell on failures. Entrepreneurs don't dwell on mistakes. Entrepreneurs don't dwell on people who say no to them. Successful people in our industry don't dwell and stay on the people who said no, on the people who criticize, on the people who betrayed them. They have a quick reset mentality. Children have a fast reset mentality. They'll poop, switch. It's like I turn on the light, boom, from crying to smiling. What about you? Think about how you handle these situations. To make the transition and do a quick reset and have a quick reset mentality. Okay? Are you going to cry and be upset for 3 days for who said no? For who betrayed you? For who criticized you? For who wrote bad about you on social media, on TikTok, on Facebook, or Instagram, whatever? Really? Come on, really? Think about it. Think about it. Children have a reset mentality. What about you? Great entrepreneurs, successful people in sales, in entrepreneurship, in our industry have a quick reset mentality. You're not going to dwell on something bad that happened. Somebody told you they'd sign up with you, they sign up someone else. You're going to be upset for the next 3 months and don't do anything. I know people in our company that started in February, and you know what they're doing? They're upset for 5 months and they're crying every day because somebody didn't sign up with them and they sign up somewhere else and they feel betrayed and they lie in a pot of pity water with cries and tears, not doing the reset mentality. They are losing and they're not winning. What about you? Entrepreneurs have a reset mentality. This is how children are. Number 5. Children learn faster and adapt to changes fast. Guys, this is something that we need to learn in our industry. To learn fast and to adapt. Leaders adapt. Great leaders adapt fast to the changes. People who don't adapt, they're slow. They don't inspire the teams. They don't know how to lead. They're grumpy. They complain. They dwell on the negative. They dwell on the changes. They don't like surprises. They don't like changes. They complain to the upline. They complain to the husband, to the family, to their team. They don't learn. Guys, listen to me. Especially in technology, ladies and gentlemen, especially in a technology company, we're going to change things so fast. We're going to implement things so fast. We're going to come up with innovations. We're going to bring changes. You need to learn and adapt. If you learn and adapt, you can lead. If you don't adapt fast, you're not going to be able to lead well. You're going to be a mediocre leader at best. Learn fast, adapt to changes. if you want to be an amazing leader who inspires others and build empires in this industry. That's important. How are you doing with that? I know, like some people, when they hear about something changing, they don't like it at all. Listen to me. We're a company of technology. We're going to do a lot of changes. Adapt, overcome, improvise, move on. Number six, children, their mind never stops and they're very creative. How about that? That's why the best entrepreneurs are like children because their mind never stops and they are creative. Guys, I'll tell you what, I can see my kids, the creativity that they have. Whoo, I wish I had that. They're so creative. They're always, my son is always writing notes and always thinking about how to create games, how to create stuff, how to make things. It's all about creation. The best entrepreneurs in the world, they are creative. Be creative in your community. Be creative in organizing vacations and trips. Be creative in organizing competitions. Be creative in organizing activities for your team. Be creative in organizing your team get together. Be creative in organizing draws. Be creative in organizing calls. Be creative in organizing team buildings. Be creative. Be creative in everything that you do. Be creative in organizing Zoom calls. Be creative in doing charity. Be creative in your business and in your team. You got to always think about how you can make things better, how you can bring something new, how you can bring something fresh, how you can be creative so that people can be inspired, so they can feel loved, so they can feel appreciated, so they can feel involved. Involve your people, delegate responsibility, be creative. How are you being creative to involve your people? How are you involving your team in your creation? How are you involving your team uh, in your business? How are you involving your team in your Zoom calls? Be creative. The children are creative. Best entrepreneurs are like children. Their mind never stops and they are creative. And I wish that you adopt this philosophy into your business and into your life. This is very important. Moving on. Best entrepreneurs are like children because they can charm you into getting anything they want. Children have a way of charming you into getting things they want. They don't need no for an answer. They're going to charm you and charm you and charm you and try different things in different ways and saying in different ways and doing different things. And they're going to use their body language and they're going to use their eyes and they're going to use their words and they're going to use everything they can at their disposal to get anything they want. Children have that about them. What about you and me? How are you using your charm, your personality, your charisma, your body language, your abilities, your words to get what you want? I'm not saying manipulate and lie and be shrewd. I'm saying be honest, sincere, but learn this from the children because they teach us this, and this is important, guys. Um, and the last but not least, children are best entrepreneurs because they rejoice about small things. Guys, look at the children and how happy they are. Look at how happy they are when you buy them some candy, when you buy them a small gift, when you buy them something. I mean, look at my daughter. My daughter's 6 years old. When I buy her something, even if it's a small thing, she gets so excited. She hugs me. She smiles. She jumps. She is so, so, so excited and happy, guys. Think about it, how happy they are. Think about it. Children rejoice about small things. You know what, guys? The problem we have is we don't rejoice. We don't rejoice. We're not happy. We're not happy when we achieve things. We don't rejoice about small things. We expect only big things to rejoice. Children rejoice about small things, and they are super, super excited. Are you happy when somebody signs up? When somebody signs up with you and they do a free account, are you happy? When they put in a note of 100, are you happy? Do you show gratitude? Are you happy? Do you tell others how happy you are about small things happening for you in your life and your business? Think about it. Attitude is important It can help you to be joyful and happy about small things. Don't forget that. That's very, very, very important. And I think I had this one. I forgot about this. I forgot about this. Sorry. Entrepreneurs are like children, and best entrepreneurs are like children because for children, life is a game and they like to have fun. They like to have fun. Guys, best entrepreneurs are like children. They like to have fun. If you want to grow a strong team, have fun with your team. The teams that have fun together stay together. If you want to build connections and relationships, have fun. Have fun. Enjoy. Do activities, play games, go in vacations, go in team buildings. Have fun. The children have fun and they enjoy life. What about you? Do your people around you seeing you having fun? Do your people around you see you and they know that you can have fun with them or not? Think about it. Hmm? Have fun in business. Have fun with your family. Have fun in your personal life. Enjoy life. Learn from children and boost your business. Guys, this is it for today. This is what I had for you for today. Thank you so much for joining today's call. Remember, best entrepreneurs are childlike because they think and act like children, but they're not childish. But they have this mentality. I'm gonna get what I want. I'm not gonna take no for an answer. I'm gonna be emotional, not logical. I'm gonna, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna adapt fast. Thanks a lot for joining. Have a great rest of the day. Good evening, good night, good day to you, and a great Sunday. All the best. See you on the next call.